everyone, my name is Clara. I am the Director of Christian Education, DCE for short, intern here at Peace, and I'm going to give a little story about the three men in the fiery furnace. In Babylon, many years ago, there lived three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These are men who loved the Lord. They worshipped Him alone, though other people bowed before false gods of wood and stone. I feel like if I had to bow down all that time, I feel like my back would hurt. Just if you're in that position for a long time, it's not fun. Just like sometimes when you sit down for a long time and like your legs fall asleep, that's like for them, they have to bow down to these gods all the time. Then the king of Babylon devised a wicked scheme. He had a golden idol built, the biggest ever seen. All the people then were told, the king's brand new command, bow before this god of gold when you hear my royal band. If you do not bow low when the music starts to play, I'll tell my guards to throw you in a fire without delay. That's pretty scary, being thrown into a fire. I've never wanted to be thrown into a fire. And yeah, there's the golden idol that the king has had built, as well as the musicians. And now we see them playing along, and yeah, now everyone's bowing. Then the king's musicians played harps and horns and flutes. All bowed throughout the nation when they heard the clangs and toots. But three men would not bow their heads before the god of gold. Certain jealous leaders said, the king must be told. I wonder who those three people are. I think it's Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And yeah, there's the idol that they were talking about, and people still bowing. They said, 3 men will not bow low before your idol, sire. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego must go into the fire. Oh, that's pretty scary that people are telling on them, but they're praising God, not these fake statues that people had back in the day. The 3 were brought before the throne. They acted calm and brave. They said, we serve one God alone, and He can surely save. But even if He does not, there's one thing you should know. Before your golden false god, we will never bow low. And that's pretty scary to tell someone sometimes that your faith, but thing is, God will be there for you. He'll give you the right words to say and even help you through that time. At this, the king grew furious, insulted to the core. He heated up the furnace much hotter than before. The furnace they were brought and thrown full close inside. The blazing flames had grown so hot, the guards who brought them died. That's scary. Now we have the furnace, and the king's angry. But silly that he's angry. But let's see what happened to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. The king was watching from the door. He cried out in alarm, I see 3 men. No, look, there's 4 in the fire unharmed. The 4th man was the Son of God, sent to save the 3, as a part of God's own special plan to set His servants free. There's Jesus before He was even around, just to save Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And the king is like, what? This is crazy. Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, they heard the king's loud shout. Servants of the Most High God, will you please come out? And there they come out totally fine from the fire, which is crazy because usually with fire, it burns up our clothes and even, our hair, but they came out just fine because they had God on their side. The three men came out to the king. The people crowded near, so amazed at this strange thing. Their knees shook with fear. The three men weren't hurt at all. Their clothes all looked the same. You never guessed that they would walk right in the fiery flame. Praise God, the king did cry, who rescued these three men. They loved him and would rather die than to cease to worship him. And there's Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, and the people. And the thing is, God will be there. And like we see here, God was with them and made the king realize that, their God is real, not these fake ones that they've placed around the nations, but the one true God is real. Our Father saved his servants then. He does the same today. He always helps his children when they call to him and pray. That's the end of the story we have here today, but just wanted to do a little recap of just what we talked about today, is that God was there whenever Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were in a fiery pit of flames, and that can be scary, but luckily we won't be in that situation. But the thing is that God will always be with us, and Jesus too, and we can always go to God in prayer and just be able to just have that relationship and just to talk with him if we ever need help, or just also thank him as well. And